Hi there, this is Self-Critical Automaton, and this is episode 9 of my Let's Play of Resident Evil 4. So, I'm going to need to run all the way back around, because you can't actually get in to the alternate area through the rear exit, which is kind of irritating, but whatever. So, I'm just going to run all the way back through here, and I probably should have cut this, but you know, who cares, whatever. You can go get a cup of tea or something. Right, so now that I'm back at the switch, I can... Well, okay. Now that I'm back at the switch, I can go open the other side. And I kind of want to make sure I go through both sides of this, because the other side of it actually not only has that unique loot, which I am of course obsessively gathering because I'm weird, but also it has a unique enemy type that I don't think shows up again. So it would be a shame not to show that off, I guess. Now, if I can just, yep. Nice of them all to stand conveniently close to that incredibly explosive barrel of probably gunpowder, I suppose. Although, why they all have gunpowder, again, if they don't have guns, I don't know. So this is another fairly long combat sequence that's pretty much just played straight. You know, you run around, you shoot people, you work your way through this thing that's not really a maze, but looks vaguely mazy. Can I manage this timing? I don't know. The answer was no, I could not. Is he gonna... Yeah, there we go. It's always nice when they pause briefly just to let you contemplate their imminent tentacleization. So yeah, unlike the previous cabin sequence, what we get now is a... several short encounters as we alert different groups of these guys. Why they don't all immediately come running as soon as they hear gunshots is a bit of a mystery to me. Yep. So I'm not actually sure what dictates whether or not you can suplex a guy, but eventually we'll see Leon just, you know, immediately suplex a man to death. And yeah, just go right ahead and slam that heavy steel plate open with your head. It's not like I'm trying to rescue you or anything. I don't want to bring her home and be like, oh hey, Mr. President, did you know she's got a concussion? I'm sure she had that before, you know, before she was kidnapped by these horrible people. So once again, the meta is kind of just shoot people in the knees and then shoot them in the head. Which is unsportsmanlike, but, you know, Leon's not a sportsman. He's too pretty for that. Yeah, I can drop back down, although I really did not actually want to. So yeah, there's not much to say about this sequence, except that in a moment we'll find a couple new enemy types. Hopefully. And they will probably kill me because I'm nearly out of the good ammunition. Still, you're alright. Breathe fire, please. No, that's not that. That's not breathing fire at all. I do love how much damage the Red 9 does, though. So, if I can get lucky, there might be a little bit more ammunition to... Oh, come on. That's not ammunition. That's not ammunition at all. So if I drop down here, this is on the other side of the combat arena where the new enemies are, because that's a very small, tight area. But what I really want are some shotgun shells. They'll come in very handy. Because what I'm going to have to do is fight two chainsaw enemies at the same time. Although they're a new type of chainsaw. Well, I'm sure it's the same type of chainsaw, but it's a new type of chainsaw person. Because, yeah, housewives with chainsaws. The title of a very popular grindhouse movie from 1978, and also the thing I'm just about to fight. Make sure everything's fully loaded, because they're tough. I say fully loaded, I mean loaded with as much as I have, obviously. Right, let's see if we can get this done. So you might notice that they have faces covered in, what would you call that? Well, bandages, I suppose. I choose to believe that that means that, at the very least, one of them is the woman who had a pitchfork in her head right at the beginning. It's probably not the case, but still, it's fun to imagine. So yeah, this is just a general rule for life, you know, worth keeping in mind no matter what, really. But if you ever find yourself fighting someone who has a chainsaw and you don't do what I just did, because that's extremely stupid. Instead, do what I was trying to do and just kind of chill at the top of a ladder. Right, that's one of them down. So I'm pretty sure that the chainsaw enemies literally can't climb ladders, so much like someone avoiding some kind of, I guess it's like a bear, really. Oh, hey, they can certainly lift ladders, even though one hand is a chainsaw. Right, that's the two big threats dealt with. Is he gonna... Yep, there it is. One thing you may have noticed is that I'm a really bad shot, but in my defense the controls are quite clumsy. Which I guess makes me a bad carpenter. Another fun aspect of the way the game is coded means that, yeah, that guy whose head I exploded, because I popped his head at the start of a long animation, namely putting the ladder back up, he just chilled for a while with no head, you know? He finished putting his ladder up, ran around for a little while like a chicken. Yeah, that does not happen in real life. Maybe it does, I don't know. How much can someone do with just a brainstem? Probably not that much. So yeah, that's a bunch of valuable loot, and let me just check on here. Yep, mustn't forget the unique thing that I came here and fought two chainsaw ladies for. Which is whatever that thing is that I don't know. So the TMP is pretty inefficient for most purposes, but when you're fighting a big crowd it's very useful. Less so against the tentacle guys. Time to heal up. I like that I can still heal Ashley even though she's literally about 200 feet away and in a box. Oh boy. See, this is why I really need to start conserving my grenades. I didn't need to use that fiery grenade on the chainsaw women, and it would have been very useful to have it right now, still. Let's not die and go back to a checkpoint, that would be terrible. Luckily the kick does have that AoE effect. I'm just gonna run away. I'm just gonna leave. This is not a fight worth taking, right? Well, not at this range at any rate. That should be the last one. As you can see, some of the drop loot has already despawned, which is pretty unfair, I think. It does seem to vary in length how long it lasts. Still, that's another fight successfully survived. It is worth noting that my capacity to aim is more relevant in this than it would have been in the previous games in the series because, well, I think the previous ones basically had an auto-aim system. As long as you held down the ready to shoot button, you were ready to shoot, and you just would hit your target. I really hope that's true. I did not think to look that up, so I could be completely wrong. Right, now I just need to find the secret special bonus loot, which is around here somewhere. Once again, just slam it on open. It's not like I'm responsible for your health and well-being or anything. I mean, let's face it, Leon's career is over when he gets back, no matter what. There's no possible way that he could get come out of this smelling of roses.
Where are you going, Leon?
Oh, and of course, it's also worth remembering that Ashley, much like a house cat, can climb up a ladder but not back down. So
Where are you going, Leon?
she's going to keep saying that for a minute until I go rescue her from, you know, she could probably drop down that distance and be fine. I mean, I can.
Where are you going, Leon?
It's not like she's wearing heels. She's wearing reasonable boots as well. But yeah, it is a curious element of the game's programming that
Going,
you
Leon?
can... she can climb up ladders, but she can't climb down them even if they are in place. So you do always have to make sure that you go catch her. Right. Anyway, that's this whole sequence dealt with, and I think that means I can now finish putting together the... what is this? The elegant mask. So yeah, that's that finally completed, which means that I can sell it off. And I need one more gem for the beer stein, I think. So, we're back over here. I'm going to go make a safety save. And then we're going to go, I guess, get prepared for the final boss of the first zone. Which I'm pretty sure is what we've got to do next. I think there's only like 2 bits left. Now that I think about it, it would have been smarter to go to the shop first, but whatever. In fact, he doesn't actually have anything new to sell me, so I don't really see the point in visiting him at all. Let's just go do the next thing. And the next thing is a cable car ride, which is much more in keeping with their level of technology than the inexplicable retinal scanner they have installed in a wall that I'm pretty sure is made of reclaimed corrugated steel, you know, whatever. So, much like every game that's ever had one of these, you get to just, you know, make people drop from miles away, I guess. I like that you can hear them hit the bottom as well, that's pretty grim. Also, we're in a good position to see something you don't often see because she's not usually in frame. Every single time you shoot a bad guy, she gives a little fist pump. She's like, yay, you killed that man. Hooray. It's a little bit ridiculous when you shoot 3 people in a row and she gives 3 little fist pumps, but can't stay mad at her, can you? Or get mad at her at all, I suppose. Oh hey, I forgot about that guy. You okay? Jesus. I suppose it's only fair the amount of times I've been stabbed that, you know, I should get... that she should get hit at some point? I don't know. That's probably not fair at all. Nobody should get stabbed ever. So, this whole sequence is a bit weird. You kind of go up and down this, what is it? I guess a funicular, which I always thought referred to a ground-based diagonal upwards track, but apparently also refers to cable cars in general, so... I like that Leon has finally discovered some tiny part of restraint as well. Better not mess with these, I might need to get back. And I'm about to get hit in the face by Captain Dynamite over there. So, if I remember correctly, there's nothing much up here except for another special treasure. Can I? Yep. Jolly good. Oh, come on. You couldn't hold still for another moment? Once they do expose their tentacles, you can't make them fall down again. Also, is this a sacrificial altar? I like that these guys swing wildly between, like, full-on ancient murder cult and just like, oh yeah, you know, we're planning to subvert the US government. And, oh yeah, no, we did a blood ritual. That's just what we do. Oh, so that was actually the, key item that I thought I would need to backtrack for. Well, it's not a key item, it's just another thing to put in a beer stein. Huh. Actually, now that I think about it, most of the key items in this game are items that are keys, so it's not unfair that they're called that. Hello again. Also, he doesn't sell ammunition, but very often he's just next to piles of it that he lets you take. So maybe it's like a rewards program type thing, you know? Buy 6 handguns and you'll get a free box of handgun ammunition occasionally. So, now that that's all done, I should probably remind her to come catch up with me.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale. What are you selling?
Again, he says good things on sale, but like he doesn't have anything new, so yep, that should go into that, but oh, actually, if that's the last one, I probably should take care of that. There we go, jolly good. So yeah, I don't know if there's multiple of this guy or if he's one guy, but sometimes he has blue eyes and sometimes he has red. So the question is, do the Ganados just have red eyes at night?
What are you buying?
It's a pretty irrelevant question, really, I suppose. Definitely want to grab one of these because we're going to go fight a boss in a minute.
Thank you.
And by in a minute, I mean next episode, because I don't have enough time between this and the next checkpoint to really, you know, take care of things. So I'm just going to save here. And, yeah. That's definitely... Well, that's definitely a castle, okay. But yeah, I will catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.